Hey, welcome to Lunch with Lee. Today we're talking about chimney maintenance. And for the most people, especially in our market where it's really warm, people don't use fireplaces much. People are like, look, what do you really need to do to a fireplace? And I get it. Every employee I hire when I do training, and we started this morning with a new office employee, you get the same thing. Like, what do you mean? It's a hole, you put fire, smoke goes up, we're good to go. And the reality is maintenance is important. Catching these little things while they're little instead of letting them get big becomes a big issue because once they get big, they get out of sight big. I had a virtual today where the whole chimney was leaning towards the house, where if it falls, it goes through the roof and down. And that was when you talk to them, they've had a water leak for like 10 years and they did nothing with it because they assume it's just a fireplace. Yes, it's a little wet, but it's just brick. What is it going to do? I'll show you real quick too. This is a real estate transaction that our client was trying to buy a house. And they called us not because there was anything wrong with the fireplace, but because the previous owner said there was a small water leak. So, and what they got was this when we got there, which is concrete falling in, pine needles everywhere. And then once you kind of clear some stuff out, this is what you got, which is you can look straight down into the house where they were wondering, why are we getting water? We have no clue. Guess what? Gigantic hole in your house, and most people ignore it, especially in our area because you don't use it much, so you don't think it's important. But when you get problems like this with long-term water leaks and combustibles and everything else, you go from zero to really, really fast. You want to prevent these repairs, not accept them. And then once we got in there a little further, what you get is that was at the bottom, which is we just got called out to fix the leak. Suddenly, we got critters at the bottom. So literally raccoons with babies at the bottom, and they're in a spot. Normally they go down the inner flue, but on this one, if we look at it from the beginning, they had a cap on the top, right? So customers like, what do you mean we have a cap? Well, do you know what? There's stuff around your chimney that could potentially let critters in or let water in, and it does a lot of damage. So when you have critters like this, it's not where it's supposed to be. It's normal critters go through down the actual chimney pipe, actually the terracotta flue tile, and they show up at the bottom, and we can get in there, we can do some stuff. These are in between the walls. They're in there and getting down, and this one was 20 25 feet down. It's not as easy, and they have nesting material, they have pine needles, they have all kinds of stuff, and it just creates an absolute mess. And regular maintenance, we could have figured this out, that something was cracking when it was little, fixed it. We could have rebuilt something, not let the critters in, not let all the rain in. Now it's an absolute mess, and it only gets addressed when you get a home inspector out there that says, hey, there's something going on. In this case, they didn't even say that. They didn't even go up on the roof. All they said is, I think there's a leak. We're showing high moisture content in this area. So no, you need to maintain things correctly as far as the fireplace. And if you do it in small little things, it's not as expensive and it's not as shocking. But when you only call us when you know there's something wrong, normally you don't see that there's something wrong until you're way down the road. So maintenance, preventative maintenance, not reactive maintenance. It will save you heartache, it will save you money, and it will save you time. So that's it for today. Please share it, like it, comment if you have any questions or you need anything. I don't care where you're at. We're in Houston and Beaumont. That is our primary market. That's what this is really meant for. But if anybody needs help, that's what we're about, is helping people with their chimney and fireplace. That's why we do what we do. So thank you. And let us know if you need anything. We're happy to help. Appreciate it.